Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. My channel, well, it's all about crochet. And since it's Tuesday, it's all about Tunisian crochet. Um, Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Tuesday with me. So today, Tunisian Tuesday. How are you guys doing on your twin cabled scarf? Are you joining in on this skill building make along? I'm loving this so far. It is turning out so pretty. I'm through a little over, the first skein that I had was a little over a full skein. I've got this much left of a second skein. And I have a third skein, so I'm hoping this is going to be long enough. Sydney's not very tall. She's 5'1", 5'2". And right now, I don't know, you can't see, I can't get it in camera. It's longer than my, my arm's length. It goes to my fingers and, to here. So if I put on all of that and another whole one, I think it'll be long enough. I am loving this pattern, you guys. Look how beautiful those stitches are, and the cables are so pretty. Look how pretty it looks from far away. I'm absolutely loving this. I am using the Nako Mona Lisa yarn, their anti-pilling yarn, which you cannot get anymore, which is such a sad thing to say because it's beautiful yarn. And I only had the 3 skeins. One was, I had used a little bit out of it, so it's not quite full 3 skeins, but I think it's going to be plenty long enough for her. I love this pattern. It has become like my go-to. It's so easy to do. I think the next time I try cables, and I plan to do more cables this year because I'm really liking it. I'm going to try to use the knitter's tool that looks like a little spiral. I know the way I showed you how I do my cables, that's not everybody's cup of tea. And I'm sure that there are other ways to do cables. That's just one of the techniques that I learned, and I kind of want to, since I started it with this pattern, I'm going to stick to it, just because I like the consistency, that I think it'll keep my cables and my stitches looking, the same. There won't be a big change, because I'm not sure with that little, I know there's a real name for it, but I call it that spirally thing that you can use to hold your stitches for cables when you're knitting. So anyway, that's going to be the next time I do it. I have 1 or 2 of those laying around here somewhere, and I'll try that the next time I do cables. But right now, I'm going to stick with the way that I'm doing it. So that is Tunisian project number 1. Listen, if you guys are doing this, if you're working on this skill building make along, shoot me an email, leave something on the Facebook group. If you're willing to share your progress with everybody else in the class, send me a picture and I'll share them with everybody next week. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line. And, I'm not a professional. I just play one on YouTube, but I'll try to help you out the best I can. And believe me, if I don't know the answer, there's somebody that I can find out from. I have some people in my life, in the YouTube streets, who know a little bit more about Tunisian than I do, and I can always shoot them a question if I can't answer it, what you're doing. The other project that is currently in timeout is my Silver Lake shirt. The sleeves are giving me fits. And isn't that how it always goes with sleeves? They always give you fits. The pattern is written from the cuff up to your to the sleeve, and I don't think it was increasing fast enough, and I was afraid it was going to be too tight up here. Listen, I'm a big fluffy girl. I have big big arms up here. So what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to change my direction. I'm going to go from up here and down, and then I'll just keep decreasing how I'm comfortable. That way, up here is loose enough. I don't want like a super tight sleeve because again, we're looking at a boxy sweatshirty type uh shirt, but I don't want bell sleeves either. So I'm gonna start from up here and use measurements instead of stitch counts. And then because I have not sewn the sides up, so I can adjust, the stitches around based on a measurement instead of an actual stitch count. And I think that, but it it's currently sitting in timeout on my my spindle. It's just gonna sit there and think about what it's done to me until I get back from vacation on Monday. Um, yeah, I love. Do you guys have one of these? I got this on Amazon, and I don't believe it was very expensive, but I love this thing. As you can see, I even have one of my Wool Genie plastic spindles on it. Um, I have spindles everywhere with yarn on them, with no yarn on them. I've got one down here with yarn on them, and I have my Wool Genie, my original plastic one, and another one of these wooden ones out in the living room. And instead of dragging everything, I just grab the spindle, throw it in my bag, my project bag, and move from place to place with the spindle with the yarn on it. I never, ever, ever am going to pull from the center again. No more yarn bar for me. No more tangled, collapsed on itself cakes. I only use these. I've had enough tangled yarn in my life that I'm never going back. So I have multiple of these spindles, the yarn genies, all over the house because they have become lifesavers for me. And yeah, so anyway, that's not Tunisian. Let's get back to Tunisian. So listen, if you are doing this skill building make along with me, let me know how your progress is going. You can, reach out on Instagram or Facebook, drop me an email. I'd love to see how it's going for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line. So with that, you guys, that's Tunisian Tuesday, short and sweet for a Tuesday. I hope you guys are all staying warm. It was snowing in Louisiana, and Texas is getting snow, and it's colder than, they canceled school for my grandkids in Indiana because the feels like air temperature is like -23. It's cold here. Last I looked, it was like 42 degrees and raining here. They're saying it's going to snow in the Panhandle. People are freaking out. This weather is crazy, people. It's what it is. What are you going to do? Anyway, stay warm, stay safe. Listen to the people who know more than you do. It's going to be okay. Give yourself a little bit of grace, and remember to take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself, but above all, be kind to everyone because you never know what they're going through. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one.